DKOldies.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, you know who I am, Anthony from the DKOldies podcast. I'm going to be hosting this show from now on because I got sick and tired of Drew's crap, all right? I can't talk without him interrupting me. I can't talk at all. I'm just sick of it all. So you know what I did? I challenged him to a battle of strength, an arm wrestling match for the host of the podcast. And I feel like that's what the people want. I feel like they're sick of his crap too. I mean, they don't want a man like me to have the podcast because I'm not a puppet fool like Drew, okay? So I actually have some footage of all this stuff going down, so check it out. That's it. Drew, I'm done with your crap.
Oh, God, Anthony.
I want to be the host of the podcast.
Again?
It should be mine. I want it.
You can't have it, Anthony. You should be lucky that you're even a part of it.
If it was my idea, I deserve this. Let me have it.
No.
Well, how about this? How about I challenge you to an arm wrestling competition?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I mean, if that's what you want, Anthony, that's fine. But if I win, when I do win, no more of this.
All right, we'll see it.
All right, let's go. What the hell is that?
You know what it is. Ah! That's it. Podcast is mine. Yeah, baby.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DKOldies podcast number 12 with your host, Drew. Wait a minute, there is a change today. Anthony Leach
That's right, people.
will be your host today.
That's right. I'm the host this week. Welcome to the DKOldies podcast. Super excited about this one. It's going to be awesome. My name's Anthony. We got Rich Saucier back there. And yeah, it's going to be great. How's it feel, Drew? This seat is comfortable. How does the middle feel being all squished in there?
you know what? I think you cheated a little bit.
It doesn't even matter because either way, I won, whether there was a power glove involved or not.
You did.
So just sit there.
It's your podcast right now.
And do you. You do you. I'll do me,
All right.
the host. So yeah, awesome show ready for you. We got the featured game. We're going to talk a little bit about Super Mario Bros. 3. We're going to head back to the debate, figure out what the best NES game is. We're going to show you a little gameplay of Super Mario Bros. 3, and then we'll go through some cool sell your game stuff that came in this week. We got an Express guy coming in right now, and that happens.
Hey, Mr. Express.
Hey, how's it going?
Take it easy. So yeah, anyway, back to the show. So let's talk a little bit about Super Mario Bros. 3. So Drew has been studying all night. He knows everything about this game, the ins, the outs, the codes, the levels. He knows this game like the back of his hand. So let's hear, what do you got for us?
I have been studying, Anthony, and
Have
I have.
you?
Yeah, just you've asked me to go out and get Mario 3 stuff,
Well, let's
and I
hear it.
did.
What do you got?
Well, I thought that Mario 3 was really interesting, and it had a world overhead map.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
And then in that overhead map, you had the hammer guys walking around. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then you could choose your own path and your world. So, like, you could choose, like, which area to go to or go to another area. And you had to get around the hammer guys. I thought that was...
That's kind of... It
was
sounds
good.
kind of boring, actually, but go on. What other information do you got for us? See, I'm not the biggest fan of this game. I know it's, an amazing seller. It's an amazing game to everybody else, but let's see what else you got.
I thought that in the world map you could go to your separate worlds or the castle. You had like blocks or keys that you had to get through, and then they had that match game house. I don't know if you remember the match game house where you had to go in the house, and it was like a match game. You could get your different stars and different points, and it really broke up the level to level
Yeah, that was really
experience.
cool.
Yeah.
What was your favorite level in this game?
You know what levels I really always hated in the Mario games? I hated the desert
Oh, the desert
levels,
the desert
and I
background,
hated
yeah.
the ice levels.
Okay, why? Because you slide around in the ice levels and it gets kind of...
I thought it was an unnecessary challenge. I didn't like it.
Right.
And but you know what? Everyone always hated the water worlds, but I always loved the water worlds.
The water worlds, I thought they were pretty lame, but I agree with everybody else. Water worlds, not that great. Drew likes them, but that's fine. To each their own.
Well, I have some more information.
Well, let's
Anthony.
hear what you got,
I mean,
since you've been studying so hard.
Yeah, I did. I thought the suits are very cool in Mario.
The suits in Mario?
Yeah, in Mario 3, Mario has different suits that he can get.
I find it funny they're saying Mario. I think it's Mario. I'm pretty sure that it's Mario. You agree, Rich?
We've had this discussion.
We've had it many times, haven't we?
I say Mario.
I think most
You say Mario.
most mindless people say Mario.
Is that like tomato?
I think it's tomato because it's tomato.
There is no tomato.
There's no tomato
What is
in
that?
existence. So what else you
So
got?
I
Joe?
have the suits.
the suits.
The raccoon suit.
Oh, the raccoon is a suit.
So
Tiyuki?
yeah, I got the suits. The raccoon suit.
Okay.
You got the frog suit, the hammer suit,
You get the tail with the
the
raccoon suit.
tanuki suit.
What do you do with the raccoon suit?
The raccoon suit made you look like a raccoon.
Okay, no, that's not all it did.
And of course, raccoons can.
You could fly.
So,
Which
yeah.
was
You
hilarious.
take out like a running and then you fly, and then you could also use your tail and hit stuff.
Right, that was very cool
Yeah,
in
that
the
was
game.
cool.
I like the flying thing because I guess you couldn't really fly. You kind of hover for a little bit, and then you fell.
Nah, you could actually fly.
You could fly
If
and
you,
stay
you
in
gotta
the air.
charge up your run. Like you gotta run, keep
Yeah,
running,
and then you can. I think it's more of a really high jump over a fly.
I think like you could actually fly.
Yeah.
I thought to continue.
But
I don't
go
mean
ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
Go
Anthony.
ahead. Taste the medicine.
I thought that
Let it go down smooth.
I thought the frog suit was
Yeah.
probably it was the coolest looking suit,
Okay.
but it was the
Most would disagree.
least functional suit.
What did the frog suit do?
Well, it helps you swim faster, but I always thought that I was always much better in the water without the suit. So
So you're a
I was
water guy.
Yeah, I was a water guy. So like getting the frog suit, I was like, it's not as good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
of
then
course-
you had your hammer suit, which you had like a shell on your back and a shell on your head, and then you could throw hammers.
Wow.
And then you had the tanuki suit, which was the raccoon suit, but you could also turn into a statue, and guys would walk past you.
Oh, I never got to that part.
And then
I
I-
never played this much.
And then I also found a rare boot suit.
A boot suit?
A boot suit on World 5-3 only. You could there were these little Goombas running around in
You
boots.
actually found this yourself, playing the game. Let's be
yes,
honest here.
yes.
Or was this something that you found on Wikipedia?
No, yes, Anthony, of course. I was playing the game when I
Sure
found
you
this.
were. All right, we're going to go on to our next segment now. The debate. Let's go to the debate and figure out.
I had a lot more information.
It's okay.
But it's over now, so you did all that searching for
You did
nothing.
you did
You did all that Wikipedia searching for nothing, Drew.
It wasn't too bad.
Thanks, guys.
So let's go to the debate. Drew, I'm going to put you in charge of this. You're doing this.
All right.
So go ahead. Where do we leave off here?
Well, we left off with the top 4 NES games of all time.
Right.
Jay, you got a good read on it?
Good.
So we had Super Mario 3,
Okay.
Zelda. We're going head to head.
Yeah.
And then Tecmo Super Bowl and Super Mario Brothers 1.
Okay.
So what do you want to debate first, Lord
I think we should
Anthony?
do Super Mario Bros. 3 versus Zelda, and we all know that Zelda is a better game.
I don't agree with that.
You
I
don't
think
agree with that?
No, I think Super Mario 3 is a better game than
Since
Zelda.
what did you think that before or after you Wikipedia'd all night? Does that change your mind?
I didn't
Well-
Wikipedia it all night. I played Super Mario 3 more than I've played Zelda. I think Mario 3 is a better game all around. It's more fun to play.
Rich.
More people like it,
What do you think?
and that's what
What are
I
you
think.
thinking?
I
Zelda?
think this is probably the toughest matchup that we've had.
Because all right, in all honesty, both games are awesome. You're more of a Zelda guy, aren't you?
Yeah, personally, I like Zelda a little bit more.
Why? You like the RPG aspects and not
Yeah, the adventure
Side-scroller,
kind of. Yeah, I like Zelda was a little less linear, I guess.
My
Right.
arm's getting tired.
Although
it's good for you.
although Mario 3 did do a
It
good
worked out.
job of breaking away from that with the world map.
Right,
giving
it was
you the
cool because you had the overhead view thing.
Yeah.
You had the different suits, and you did have suits in Zelda and stuff. We just did Game of the Week last week with Zelda, and we decided that me and Drew aren't a huge fan, but honestly, I think
Well, I think Super Mario 3 is a better game than Zelda all around.
Rich, should we go Super Mario 3?
I would go Zelda.
Zelda versus
I would
Super
go.
Mario 3.
I'd say that we don't give Drew a voice in this.
I don't think he has one either
Yeah.
way, but
Let's move away from the Drew
Let's go-
aspect of this show.
let's go with
Zelda is a good game, but Super Mario 3 is a better game.
honestly, I like the colors more in Super Mario Brothers 3, so we're gonna go Super Mario Brothers 3. Sorry, Rich.
Yes.
So go ahead. I absolutely did not want to agree with you, but I kind of had to that time. So now we got Tecmo Super Bowl.
It's almost like I'm still in
Tecmo
charge.
Super Bowl versus Super Mario Brothers 1, which I don't think we should have had both Super Mario Brothers on there, but we do. So here, we're comparing a sports game to Mario Brothers. How does that,
Right.
I mean, how do you even compare that? Rich?
Well, I mean,
I would say, for the sake of the tournament,
can you even see Rich?
His head's,
Tecmo
like, floating on your shoulder.
Rich, get in here, buddy.
Tecmo Super Bowl.
No, Rich, just stay out.
Tecmo Super Bowl is amazing. I
would
love getting with my
move
buddies
Tecmo
playing.
Super Bowl on. So
I
we don't
think
have
so,
Mario
yeah,
versus
and
Mario.
I think Super Mario Brothers 1, hands down, it just, you saw how easily it crushed Tetris.
Did you hear something?
And
Well,
it moved on to
We
Super
saw how
Mario.
easily, when you used to be the host, it crushed Tetris. Which, let's say a little bit about that. People out there with your negative Tetris comments, play it for hours on end, and then tell me how much you hate Tetris. It's an amazing game. It's
Yeah,
the original puzzle game.
We had a lot of hate coming for Tetris.
Yeah, and
on
I
the-
think it's crap. What other puzzle game or what other game was one of the main games
All right.
in the NWC in 1990?
Okay.
Okay, so I think we should go Tecmo Super Bowl 1 because
Over Super Mario Brothers 1.
absolutely.
Super
I
Mario Brothers 1 is
second
like
that.
the greatest game of all time. It
second
just
that.
went into the video game Hall of Fame.
So all right, well
I'm not saying Tecmo Super Bowl is not a great game, but it's clearly better than
so we're gonna go with 2 Super Mario Brother games.
Yeah,
That's
is
what we
that
want the
going
final
to be
debate.
our?
Because then it's just gonna be.
Well, it should really just be what
Or Drew,
All
hold
right.
this
I mean,
still.
guys, this is my bracket. I started the bracket.
This was your bracket. I'm pretty sure that it's mine now. So
I started this. I had a vision of what this was going to what was going to happen
You
here
had.
with my games going forward.
exactly, and it's not happening. So, but then again, it is Super Mario Brothers 1 is like the NES game.
I was afraid you were going to actually bring
So-
Tetris and just back from the dead and move it on.
If
I'm
you know,
glad you're not.
I'm not gonna do it to you. See, I'm not you, Drew. That's something that you would do.
Yeah,
This is
All right.
why the people want.
that's
me
why.
as the
That's probably
host.
why I feared it.
Maybe
Okay.
it's not that bad of an idea having Super Mario 3
Versus
versus Super
1.
Mario 1.
And then we can really go into detail of why, what game should be the number 1 game. So, as usual, Drew's gonna get his way, and we're gonna do Super Mario Brothers 1.
Yeah, that's a. You know what, Anthony? I think you've made the right decision.
And you have.
You're a smart man.
I mean, you do think that I have.
You're a smart leader.
I am smart, and I
Okay.
am a leader. So, Super Mario Brothers 3 versus Super Mario Brothers 1. Is this next week? Are we going next week?
Next week, yeah. I think
Next
I'll
week.
decide. That way,
I don't think so.
by next week, I'm sure I'll be in charge of the podcast, and we'll see who the winner is. Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario 1. Who's the champion?
Who's gonna come out on top?
Stay tuned.
All right. For our next segment, we're going to show you some stuff that we got. Oh, wait, no. We're going to do some gameplay Super Mario Bros. 3. So let's cut to that. We'll show you some gameplay. Enjoy. All right, folks, here it is. Drew sucking at Super Mario Bros. 3. Let's see how bad he does. Are you confident in this?
Yeah,
I don't think you've played this
I
much.
played this when I was a young lad.
So when this game came out, how old were you? 40?
You know what?
I can't even
I
hit
feel like
break.
you guys gave me a bad controller.
Oh yeah, that's what they all say. There he is. He's open. Then you get the. When do you get the flower?
Oh, you know what? I remember this.
Oh, you got a little. Oh, okay. There you go.
Huh? And then watch
There's
this.
a raccoon tail. Let's see you
little
fly.
Yeah, so you run. Yeah, you go.
Oh, so you do. You can fly.
Of course.
Okay.
Fine.
One up.
You just
Huh?
got to get the.
Oh,
The
wait,
momentum.
you can run here too.
know if you can make that. Oh, you
Go,
made
Drew,
it.
go, Drew, go.
What? Keep going, keep going.
So you just fly over the whole level. See, this is like your style, just cheap.
Oh,
What do you think of that?
nice.
Look at that.
Mario 3!
Why was there a 3 there?
Dude, this game is
I
fun.
wonder why.
I mean, it can be fun if I'm in the mood for Mario, but
I always wanted a flag here in
It's
Mario
just
3,
kinda
and there was always this square business I didn't really like. I like getting the
Yeah,
card.
well,
I thought that was interesting, but I really liked the satisfaction of grabbing the flagpole. And
that
coming
did
down.
feel good. I have to agree with you on that.
Look at this map. Look how awesome this is. You got the rocks going on. You got a little hut, castle.
That's cool.
You got the hammer guy. You
Little
can watch out for
confusing.
him.
But you can't hit him with the overhead
Well,
view.
Well, if I run into him, then I have to.
You gotta
make
fight.
it-
Yeah,
It's like a
fight or
boss
something.
fight.
Oh, Drew, not
Double rack.
bad. Not bad at all.
How about this music too?
Great music.
I can't remember the
Boring.
pipes here. I like this little.
Wrong pipe.
I always thought that was exciting.
It's probably that guy up there. Okay.
Oh.
Loser.
Oh, another one.
You know, come on, Drew. What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Wow, he's back to the tiny midget Mario. Already. And he's done, folks. He catches the L fever. What
You know
is
what?
this? You're going to go again?
Yeah,
Gonna
I'm
give her
going
another
again.
chance? Good luck. Not very good.
This game, you do not have to be very good to play Mario. It's so much fun.
You know what there is? I was thinking about this because I was thinking about Tetris. And all NES games have this feel. It's just the NES feel. And you can be good at that.
This
It's
is
kind
really
of-
not the Tetris show.
Well, I think I'm going to make it the Tetris show as
This
much
is
as I
Super
want.
Mario 3 show.
Okay. Well, anyway, just like any other NES game, I mean, they all have this same feel. It's like, that's how people are like, you go to Super Mario competitions, and there's people that are killing it because they just have the feel. They know it.
Yeah, I think
I
Nintendo.
think what I was trying. Sorry, Rich.
Yeah, that's right.
NES did like a really good job of having their games easy to pick up and play and really
Yeah.
hard to master.
Right.
So they did a good job of that.
Awesome way to put it. What were you going to say, Drew?
I think what I was trying to say was that Mario is so good that you don't have to be good at all. Like Tetris, if you're not good at Tetris, it's a terrible game.
Yeah.
If you're not good at Zelda, it's a terrible game. If you're not good at Mario, it's still fun.
You can just mess around.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to look at this. Just a little. What's going on? There's a big toad talking to me.
Yeah, he's so
That's
big.
cool. I like the two.
Yeah.
If
He's
I,
like, get it.
oh, I love this one. I love it.
Gotta,
And is there any
that,
tactic
get
to
that,
this? Oh, you
get
hit
that.
it.
oh, I did it wrong.
You hit the star.
It's because you
Right,
guys
this
gave me a
one.
bump controller.
I did not give you a look at that Mushroom Man star.
Alright.
I like it.
We'll just get to the castle and we'll wrap it up.
Okay, we're gonna do a little castle play for you guys, and then
Speed run.
head on.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's how you do it.
See, that's not fun.
It's
like how you
fun.
said, if
no,
you're
it's
not-
still fun. It was hilarious.
If you're not good at it, it's not that fun.
And we'll show you one last world over here. Oh, this is
Oh,
like
this is the bomb level.
It's always moving, this world.
Yeah. Isn't there a bunch of bombs in this one? Okay,
That's a
we're
great
gonna
one.
end it on that. Folks.
All right, that was good.
Done. All right, and that was it. Gameplay of Super Mario Brothers 3. Drew, not that great,
I thought I did okay.
but you gave it your all.
Thank you.
That is sadly your all. But yeah, we got another segment for you, Sarah Games. But before we get into that, I was kind of thinking while you were playing that Tetris is the greatest game ever. So can we bring the bracket out one more time? Can
What
we
do you
s-
mean? No, we got to do the sell your games.
We're gonna do this. I'm hosting this show. You gave me permission to host the show. I beat you. So this is my take this.
What are you talking about?
This is my time to shine. We're gonna do this. Here, let me see that pen actually.
This is the sell your games segment. We already did the bracket.
We're gonna go back to the bracket though, because some things crossed my mind, and I think they need to be dealt with.
This is highly
So
unorthodox.
here's what we're gonna do. Actually, here you hold. No, you hold this. Take this. Do as I say. So what we're gonna
Like
do here is
we got Super Mario Brothers 1 moved on,
Yeah.
and Super Mario 3. It's going to be next week. We're going to have Super Mario 3 versus Super
You
Mario
know,
1.
Drew,
That sounds just fine.
sometimes you gotta rethink your inks. You know, this isn't stone. This isn't set in stone. This is a dry erase board. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this off here, and what we're gonna do right here, put a T there. Just put a T.
I'm not doing that.
Write a T. Give it to me. I'm not even left-handed.
I'm not doing this.
What we're gonna do is, we're gonna put a big T here. That looks good. A little T. And since I realized I should take advantage as the host of the show this week, and for the up-and-coming shows, I am going to be the host. I have complete control. What we're going to do is we're going to end this now. We're not even going to deal with it next week. And we're going to say that Tetris is the greatest NES game of all time.
Whoa, no
People,
way.
you wanted it.
What are you
needed
talking
it.
about? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that Tetris is the best game of all time.
You mean
according
next
to
week
DKOldies.
Tetris will go against Super Mario 3?
No, I'm saying this week the debate is over. Tetris.
Man, the
You
people
can't
have
do that.
spoken.
I just did it.
You can't do that.
It's over. Tetris is the greatest game of all time. People out there, we know you wanted it. If anybody asks you what's the greatest game of all time, DKOldies approved. It's Tetris, the greatest NES game of all time.
DKOldies has not
Settled.
approved that.
That's
been
great.
settled.
Look at that.
Wow.
Let's make it a nice T. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Tetris.
T is the greatest game of all time, is what you're saying.
No, it's Tetris. Here we go. Here, let's do this real quick. Writing with a power glove. If you want it to be legit.
I didn't know if I'd actually see something like this in my lifetime, but now
What, the truth?
I've seen it.
The truth,
Yeah.
really blows your mind.
That's
Tetris,
crazy.
greatest game of all time.
Wow.
Awesome. You like
Yeah.
that?
Ooh,
You like that?
felt that power.
Beautiful. All right, on to Sell Your Games. So, every week we get a lot of cool stuff in. We have a program called Sell Your Games. We got some old stuff. Go on the website. Look us up. Look it up. DKOldies.com/sellyourgames. And we get a lot of awesome stuff in all week, so we're going to go through some of it. I don't feel like touching anything, so Drew, why don't you be the guy? Be the guy that introduces everything. Let's see it. So what do we got here?
Well, we got in some Nintendo games
Ninja
earlier
Gaiden
this
3.
week. We got Ninja Gaiden 3.
Have you played this game?
Yeah, I've played it.
You played it. You seem a little depressed about it.
No, you know what? I'm better. I'm fine.
Okay.
Ninja Gaiden 3, I thought that it's a good game. It's a perfect extension from Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2.
Well,
it's just
under 3, of course it's an extension.
If you love Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2, it's going to be awesome. I expected it to be above and beyond, kind of like the Mega Man games kept pushing it forward. I don't think Ninja
so you're
Gaiden
smashing Ninja Gaiden?
No, I'm not smashing at all. Actually, they went a different way.
A little smashing.
I think every time Mega Man would add new features to the game, and Ninja Gaiden doesn't really do that. It's almost just like a continuation of the story. And but I think it's a great game.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't play these crappy games. So, what do we got next?
Why would you bash the games?
Because I've never played it, and I don't like it.
Ninjas are always cool.
Ninjas are pretty cool.
It's Tetris or nothing for you, is that it?
Not really. I like
I had
other games.
I had a friend of DKOldies call us today and say that Tetris isn't even the best puzzle game. That Loops
That's bizarre.
is a better game. Dr. Mario is a better game. He
Did we
also said Bubble Bath Babes was a better game, so I don't know what's going on there. But Loops, Dr. Mario, and he gave us tons of different opinions about.
we
Mike
st-
Stoika told us this
Do we
today.
sell
He's an
Loops
expert in
or
puzzle
Dr.
games.
Mario or Bubble Bath Babes? Do we
All
sell
right,
those games
let's just
every
move
day?
on. Let's just move
Okay.
on, please.
Let's move on. What do we got? Super Bomberman 2 for the SNES. I don't like Bomberman, but if you do, this is part 2, and it's the Super version. Tell us a little bit about this game, Drew. You like Bomberman? You like this game?
Bomberman 2 is a very good game. It's I like Bomberman.
Super
I liked
Bomberman 2.
I liked Bomberman. It's a rare game for the Super Nintendo, and when I bought this game, DKOldies was out of it, so I wanted to find a collection that had Super Bomberman, and I found one that had a complete version. And
This is a nice complete.
Yeah,
I
this box is
do
really
like this
nice.
one. You want to open it up for the people?
You know what? Everybody always wants me to do that, but
They
I'm
asked
kind of
for
tired
it.
of that.
It's got the plastic on it. You know, this is a real... That's a complete right there. There's the back.
Move on.
Let's go next. I want to introduce this one, actually. This is Dr. Mario. Awesome game. You know, I think it's kind of a rendition of Tetris.
You know, we got this, and we
Greatest
got a bunch
game
of
of
other
all time.
complete NES
You want to
games
go through
in.
them quick?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
move you along
Jay's
here.
giving us the let's hurry it up.
This whole thing's been real fun, but let's get serious. Dr. Mario,
Amazing.
Dragon Warrior,
Dragon Warrior.
You like that, Rich?
I like Dragon Warrior.
Tecmo Super Bowl.
Tecmo Super Bowl. Love it.
Who do you think that guy is on the front? You think he's like a real athlete?
Legends of Zelda Gold.
Zelda.
Again.
No, this is not the gold version. This is the regular. The gold version will have a cutout right here, so you can see the actual gold cart. This is the regular edition, which is actually more rare than the gold version. NES Open, and that was our last complete game here.
We're gonna do a little trilogy thing for you guys.
And that was our Sell Your Games.
We got the Star Wars trilogy for the Super Nintendo. These games are cool. I liked playing them when I was younger. Oh,
So I think what we're doing is we're having a new segment here in DK Oldies, where we're going to go every week. We're going to do the best trilogies. So the first trilogy I thought we would do is Star Wars trilogy for the Super Nintendo.
yeah. Have you played any of these games?
Anthony, I have played these games. I was wondering if you've played any of these games.
I've played these games.
Have you? Why don't you tell us something about these games?
Well, they're based off the awesome movie Star Wars. Now you.
Well, last night I went over and I researched a lot of information.
Oh, so we got some more
On-
research, Wikipedia.
Yeah, well, no, I just wanted to have some things to say today, and I thought that I never liked when movies and movie games you'd play the game and you know the movie and it goes with the movie.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden there's
some character that you've never seen in the movie, and you're like,
well,
"Who's
either
this guy?"
that or a situation that never occurs. So, like in Star Wars, in the first game, this is by the way, great games. The graphics on it are amazing. The characters are amazing. I mean, when you look and you hear and see everything, you smell it. It's Star Wars. It's really good. But when you play the game, like in Star Wars, like Luke is on Tatooine, and then he meets. There's really no fighting between him and the Jawa or him and the Sand People, and then he goes right to the bar, right?
Yeah.
In this, it's like there's 3 levels that take you on a speeder battle where you're blasting like thousands of Sand Warriors.
Which
and
did not happen in the movie.
Sand People. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It didn't happen. I feel like it takes you out of the game, and I think what they should have done was keep the spirit of the game in and make gameplay around it. I think people would have liked that
Yeah, but
better.
I think that we feel that way because we're older now. But when you're younger, you're thinking like, oh man, I didn't even know these things existed in Star Wars realm. So it was like cool and new and awesome.
I disagree. I think I was
agree
younger when
with
these
myself.
games came out, and I used to feel this way back then.
You're like a Star Wars nerd.
Well, I'm going to tell you another part. Like Luke Skywalker in the first Star Wars, he doesn't even get his lightsaber. It's all blaster stuff, and his blaster. The Star Wars blaster was like one shot. It was like a, pshh, right? And then you could do it again. This thing, you got like a rapid fire machine gun bazooka blaster, and you just blast everything. It's fun in the game, but realistic, no. The boss battles are all epic in all of them. In all the sequels, they do get better and better. You can play, different characters. You can also, as you go in Empire Strikes Back, you get your lightsaber now. In Return of the Jedi, you get your lightsaber, and it's awesome. I would say the one thing I didn't like is in the boss battles, you have to hit the boss with a lightsaber like 100 times to kill him. Where in real life, one shot is pretty much all it takes.
Slice off the arm, slice off the head, anything.
Yeah. There's a side-scrolling element to all these games, but there's also like a forward view where you're on a land speeder and you're like Star Fox. You're going forward, or like F-Zero, sort of like you're going forward and you're shooting things.
So it's like the Star Wars Episode 1 for 64, which I think is cool.
Yeah. There's even
Pod racing.
in Empire Strikes Back, you actually you fight in the ice battle and you go around the AT-ATs and you have to like trip them up and stuff. And I think that's super huge for a Super Nintendo game.
Yeah,
to be able
that is
to do.
pretty big.
But they do all the stuff that's in the game or in the movies. You blow up the Death Star, so you have to fly in the trench and like shoot the torpedoes in the
you
tube.
really play these games.
And you fight Darth Vader at the end of Empire Strikes Back. AT-AT battles. It was awesome. They're awesome. It's a great trilogy. If you played it like me long time ago and you're like, oh, these games suck, revisit them. I think they have awesome graphics, awesome gameplay for the time, and awesome references to the movie. They're amazing.
Cool. All right, so I guess we're gonna have to wrap this thing up. I've been your awesome host. How do you feel about this, Drew?
Well, I wanted to do one more thing. Something happened to me not too long ago, and I just want to. It's almost like a public safety notice to people. It's just really bothering me.
All right, it's a little weird.
I was driving down the road, and springtime. It's a nice time out there. I was driving down the road, and the window was down, and we live out sort of in the country. Drive down a country road. I got my hand out the window, having a good time, catching the breeze. Well, a truck was in front of me, and we were going sort of around a long turn, right? And he must have spit tobacco out the window because I'm driving. I got my hand out the window like this. I'm driving, and then boom, a giant wad of tobacco hits right here and then splatters right in my face. I almost got in an accident and died.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for laughing.
I'm just saying,
But you didn't die.
If I catch that guy, first of all, there's going to be problems because spitting tobacco out the window, like, what do you have to do? You had to like spit it like at an angle like this and then fly back and get in my window. It's insane. I just wanted to let everybody know that
don't spit tobacco out the window.
For the love of God, watch when you're spitting out the window, make sure there's nobody out behind you and spit down for That's what I wanted to say.
That's a very random, weird story that I would have never been able to get away with.
It was disturbing.
So, we're going to put this up here, the Super Mario World 3 Game of the Week, and we're going to wrap this thing up real quick.
So, before we wrap this up, Anthony, we've had a lot of fun here.
I've had a blast.
Yeah, it's real fun, you being the host and all, but
Love being the host.
Let's be serious.
Looking forward to the future.
Let's be serious. This is a one-time deal, and
Deal.
I think
I beat you fair and square.
I think if you're a gentleman and a scholar, you'll give me, I think I took this pretty well. It was I was fun.
You're asking for another chance, aren't you?
I think I'd like a rematch, maybe one more arm wrestling match to decide who the winner is.
I don't know, Drew. Age before beauty?
I'm still young enough to whip your butt.
How are you going to do that? You taught me everything you know.
Almost everything, Anthony. You got to remember, now you host the podcast great,
That's right.
but I'm a great podcast host.
Just keep podcasting, Drew. You want to ring the bell? That's what you want to do? What is this? You can't You can't cop my steez.
Ding, ding.